They broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
His stature isn't huge. He's not one of the big, strong-arm guys that you see coming into the league. But his touch, decision-making, ability to make plays, that's why Teddy Bridgewater has a chance to be a top quarterback in the league.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Bengals are going to have a first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down, and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
On second down, Peterson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. A play fake to Peterson. Now Bridgewater. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Bridgewater now on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Third and goal for Bridgewater. Surveying the field. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And 4th down coming up.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
So the Bengals forced to settle for a field goal try here as Mike Nugent is onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. On the return, here comes Keith Mumphrey. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Arizona State. It's Brock Osweiler.
I love his height, his ability to see over the offensive and defensive lines and into the secondary and make good decisions and good sharp throws. But also love his moxie. This is a guy who's had to battle for his spot, had to show some patience early in his career, and now he's a bona fide starter in the NFL.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Completes this one to Cecil Shorts. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Here we go. Green, 30.
On second down, here's Osweiler backing up. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Shorts on the reception over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Watch left, tight end to the left, tight end left. Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They go back to the ground now with Miller. A strong running. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
On second down, Osweiler had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
To throw is Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So on 4th down, the Texans will call on their field goal unit, and on comes Nick Novak. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They start the drive with Peterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Peterson alone in the backfield. Here's Bridgewater. To the left side here for Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And able to find Green. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Bridgewater on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That call was actually a linebacker's dream. A draw play when you're blitzing. Because they're trying to set up and fool you into thinking it's a pass. But because they're doing so, they're actually opening up a crease for you to get through and get to the ball carrier. An excellent play for the linebacker.
Some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And now a first down following that long gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this one caught by Coates. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 7 yards to go on second down. Bridgewater now on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. The lone receiver right is Cooper. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. He's got time. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Nugent puts it through, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. 8 yards to go here on second down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Set. Blue landing. Check. Blue landing.
Here's Osweiler to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Four down. Now let's go. 3-19.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have played a clean first half, and that there are no turnovers to this point. That being the case, it's no surprise that we have a very close game at halftime. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Bengals with the ball midway through one. A.J. Green making the grab in traffic. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 22. Bengals would later kick the field goal. Now, early in the second quarter, completion is made across the middle of the field. And it's going to end up going for a gain of 22. Texans, though, would settle for just a field goal. Third and long, the pass will be completed into coverage, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 30. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back over to Houston as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. Now Osweiler on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now Osweiler on second down. Right side caught Fedorowicz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Jones on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals take possession. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The big man, Vince Wilfork, able to get him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Peterson alone in the backfield, and he'll get it up the middle. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, here's a run with Peterson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Eddie Pleasant in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Third down and 4. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Tate was the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 4. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Nugent puts it through, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. Muscles him off. That is incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 18 yards to pick up there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Osweiler dumps it complete to Miller. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Green up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. Shorts on the reception over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. They go play action now. Osweiler. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Let's go.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They run again with Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Second down following the run. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating